Welcome van hackers, hope you are all well. Okay, I eventually got around to doing it, probably a year since I was first asked by a subscriber on the channel to give a quick buzz around my van, have a look at it and point out the designs and the features and why I did it that way. Been a bit reluctant about doing that. First of all, I wanted to keep the channel pure, so hacks, it's all about hacks, this channel. And secondly, I think, vans are like people, we're all individual, and what I've done here may not suit your use case, but yeah, it might do. And I do know, because I dropped some of the hacks onto Instagram and Facebook primary build sites, van conversion sites, from the feedback people are picking up some of those hacks for the primary design. So yeah, no reason why not to have a quick look round. And I'd like to shuffle my van in any case. If you come to this video through some random link off the internet, which I know happens as opposed to being a subscriber through the channel, hope you like it. And what I'll do is, as I go around, as I sort of hit something that may have a hack attached to it, I'll put a little link up the top and you can sort of click on that if you want to. I'll open up a new window, you can look at it there, and this particular video will freeze ready for you to come back to it, or you can just swap between the two. Okay, because I'm a van nerd and not a YouTuber, what I didn't realise is you can only have 5 links in your video. So whenever you hear me say there's a link above to click on when I'm describing something, instead look down into the description and you'll see some clickable links there where you can get to them. Okay, so that's what I'll do, and let's kick off then with just me telling you a little bit about my design case, or my use case, because we're all unique and my van is built around what I need to do, and primarily it's short trips. So I'm talking about 4 or 5 nights, okay, sometimes 3. I do a lot of music festivals, and I would say it's probably the primary use of this van. I've done 7 this year so far. But also want to go away for a long period of time. Okay, so for that reason alone, I'm going to need a loo and a shower, because you know what, some of those festival toilets, you do not want to go there. Some of those festival showers, you do not want to go there if they've got them. Well, when you get as many candles on your cake as me, you don't want to go there. So immediately compromises kick in. It means I can't have a garage and I can't have a fixed bed, but I've got ways around that. Okay, but also, when I go to these events, we like to be a bit social. I want to get a bunch of people in the van to have sort of drinks and that, and a bit of a party afterwards if it's raining. So I needed a good sort of space for those sort of reasons. But also, I live near the New Forest. Sometimes I take a trip out to the day or down to the beach for the day, and so I want it to be a day van as well. So already you're getting it. It's a jack of all trades van, which really means there's going to be a lot of compromises. And when I was doing design, I was thinking hard about how to mitigate some of those compromises, so it didn't have such the impact it would otherwise. And a lot of the hacks I've done actually take that into account. Anyway, less of the waffle, let's start with the inside tour. Okay, so that combined use case basically pushed the habitation as leisure area at the front and utility area, kitchen loo at the back. So looking at the front there, you can see I've got my sofa bed on the right, and captain's chair which is the passenger chair on the van. And so I can get 4 people on the sofa, 1 on the captain's chair, and actually I can get a couple of deck chairs in here. I can easily get 8 people in here, and 5 and 6 is a breeze. We've actually squeezed in 8 people at once, having a few drinks. So that dealt with that whole social aspect. Now that sofa bed is the 3rd design I've done, and the beauty of this design is it mitigates some of the aspects about not having a fixed bed in terms of when you're absolutely knackered at night. And I can pull that out and I can go from sofa bed to sleep in well under 60 seconds, including bedding. And if you're interested in that, you can click on the link at the top for that. Now, it's a bit of an antisocial eat. As you can see there, I've got a little coffee table, and you can probably just see it go straight into the floor, and just towards the rear you'll see another point where I can get a second leg in. I store those in the bedding box, and I do actually swap that over for bigger tables for eating, or bigger heads. Click on the link at the top, you can see what I do there, and it means that I've got sort of a small coffee table when I'm not eating, but a bigger table if I do need to eat. A little bit antisocial because you're sitting next to each other, not looking opposite each other, staring lovingly into each other's eyes. Okay, lockers then. So over the counter lockers I keep my clothes. And I've got these plastic bits that you can get from hardware stores. I've tailored them to the shape of the roof. In fact, there's a link up there as a hack on what I did there. But those bins are great. You can just take them indoors, pack all your clothes up and bring them straight back in. Use one of them for dirty clothes in your trip, and you can take the whole bin back straight into the dirty laundry when you get back. And this one here, upside down, you expect the lockers to do that, the aircraft lockers. No, I do it like that, with gas struts, and it means I've got a platform here to put my stuff in while I'm trying to sort stuff out. I only done it a year or so ago, should have done it right from the beginning. Another link up there of what I did there and how I did it. So under the seat I've got a diesel heater, about 120 quid from China when I bought it. I think they're cheaper now. Best thing I put in. In fact, there's a link above if you want to have a look at what I did there, although it's sort of tailored around a Renault Master. And I've got this slide out tray here, which actually is my bedside table when I've got the bed pulled out to here. So in the cab I've got one of these Android head units, great bit of kit, basically Android powered, radio, stereo, that sort of thing. You can hook to your phone for hands-free on Bluetooth, but of course you've got navigation as well, so you can hook onto your stereo, onto your sat nav, and a big screen for the real estate is ideal. But also you can put your camera, reversing camera into here, and ordinarily you sort of connect it up to your reversing light, so when you went to reverse it came on. But what I've done is I put a remote switch on my dashboard, so anytime I can call on it and use it as my reversing camera. And that's a bumper camera looking down, so if I'm reversing I'm not going to hit anything or any small kids. That's my sort of normal vision rear view mirror, if you like, and I've got a wider angle there for when I'm reversing to park up. So that makes it much easier than having to sort of just rely on the reversing light. Click it back in there, and there's the sat nav. Click on home screen. You can go to see all the apps you got there. You got your Play Store, calendar, you can see what you're doing, that sort of thing. Great bit of kit. Okay, so that's really the front end. Let's whiz it around and look at the back. Take a walk into the bathroom. Well, the wet room, because that's what it is. It's a combined shower loo. Bit difficult because it's so small, but there's that usual extremely expensive plastic Campervan stuff, which actually is ideal, even though I bulk at the price I'm paying for it. I've now got a composting loo in there that I made. There's a link above if you're interested in what I did there. It's like a hybrid, a cross between cassette and a composting loo, and nice and bright, so I've got plenty of light to put my lippy on, those LEDs all the way around. Though I have got a night light that comes on automatically as I walk in at night. There's a sensor up there. There's a link above if you're interested in what I did on that one. So coming out again. Okay, this is the shower with the doors closed. Little design feature I'm quite pleased with here. It looks as if I've mounted that door on the wrong side. Because of that, I have to have a hinged by door to get through. However, it does mean I can, from the inside, lock it off. And now I've got the kitchen area has a private sectioned off dressing area. So have a shower, get out and dress in a bit more space. So there you go, it's a clip of the kitchen, usual stuff. There's the hob and sink unit, cupboards below, oven, little work surface, a mezzanine work surface where I keep kettles and things on. Cutlery rack, by the way, before you start writing to me telling me about the dangers of having magnetic cutlery racks, click on the link above. And of course there we've got more and more cupboards. So I've got loads of storage space here, and in fact down in that cupboard I've got the water heater, but it goes right way back, and I can get 37 cans. I've counted them, 37 cans in there. So beer or soup or beans, plenty of storage. So there you go, that's the inside of my wardrobe with the usual stuff, hooks, cargo nets, that sort of thing. Plus a photograph of the van I bought before I'd done any conversion to it. So of course people who come in, they have to have the boring tour, and I show them what it was like in the before. Okay, so that's the inside. Let's go outside and have a look at the outside. Well, not really outside, we're looking back in again, but open the back doors up and have a look what I've done in there. Okay, this is outside looking into the back of my van with both doors open. Hope you can hear okay because I'm on a noisy road. Right, quick whiz through then. So that's my freshwater locker behind there. The grey water is in an underslung tank. That's my gas locker. Decided to go for 2 small bottles. I've always got one. Yeah, it's not the most cost-effective way of doing it, but I've always got gas. The dropout had to go through the water locker to get to reach the outside. Move along to storage rubbish here. Freshwater filling point there. Moving along, I've got my hookup here. The door seal on the Renault Master is so soft I can easily get a cable underneath without damaging it or kinking it, which means no one can pull it out. And if I take this away, I've got a composting loo now, but there was how I got the cassette out when I had the chemical cassette loo. So basically, this design, one benefit of this design, having the kitchen at the back, was all the services are at the back. They give me access through the back doors. I didn't have to cut loads of holes in the van. No hole for the hookup, no hole for the cassette, no hole for the water, no hole for the gas. The only vent I had to cut into the side was for the water heater, and that's on the side of the van. I actually have put an extractor, probably out of view here, an extractor, a hob extractor, because I cook lots of smelly food, which means I did have to put a vent on the outside. I don't know if you can see it there, but that was got an optional thing. You probably won't be so daft as to cook smelly food like me. So I've got no garage as such, so I've had to sort of cram bits in here, but that little slither there is storing loads of crap as well. I got a little plug in there for my plug-in water cleaner to clean my bike and my boots. There's a hack you can see up there. I'll put it on the link at the top. And I think that's really all I need to say. That there is just an extractor fan from the bathroom to blow out some of the smellies if I need to, and that's basically it. So it's a little locker behind the wheel arch, and in there I've also got the RCD and switches, there's a trip switches in there. So I've had to put all the electrical stuff where there's spaces. Of course, if you've got a garage, you can have it all laid out with the electric pawn, which a lot of people like to do. I don't have that luxury because I decided I wanted the shower. That was a red line in the sand for my use case. So one more thing then, close the doors. Keep my ramps on the back because I need them. The first thing I need is my ramps, and I haven't got storage. I don't want top boxes, that sort of thing. But actually, these lugs are what I call my Thunderbird hack, Thunderbird 2 hack. Link at the top. I can use that for other things. I use it for a bike rack and a cassette that carries tables and chairs. And of course, very importantly, I have a thing on there for my flagpole when I'm at music festivals. Okay, so that's it. About a year, maybe more after I got asked, finally done the whiz around, had the view, and hope it was of interest. Would I do anything different? Yes, the only thing I can think of is I would push the skylight a little bit further towards the back, so it shed a bit more light over the kitchen area, because I've got loads of light around here in the leisure area. But really, that's it. I spent about 6 months thinking about my use case and what I needed to do to address that use case, and do that if you're just kicking off. No one's right, no one's wrong. The only right design is your design. And so this may have been of use, but of course it may not have been of use if you have a very different use case to me. But anyway, thanks for watching.